What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Keto Rewind. I am Jess. Thank you for clicking on today's video. I have a week 234 update of my weight loss journey, or my journey to rewind my weight from a morbidly obese weight to a healthy weight, living a high protein, low carb, keto lifestyle. Just remember, this is just my story, my experience. You know, this is what works for me, what hasn't worked. I'm just sharing that with you. At the end of the day, you know yourself best. You do you. Talk to your own doctor, that kind of thing. But if you like weight loss inspiration, weight loss motivation with the truth and the realities of a weight loss journey, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, all that jazz that helps out with the algorithm. So anyways, I have a week 234 update. I have a new monthly weight loss challenge that I'm gonna do. We're gonna recap the long trip home. As you can see, I'm back in my office where, you know, the traditional gray background. I'm no longer at the lake. And basically just all the little stuff in between. So what do you say we get this video started? Okay, so as you can see, I am back in Texas. It was a long 27-hour car ride. We do it in 2 days. We stay over one night. The halfway point's about Kentucky. And yeah, so it was a really long ride, but it feels so good to be home. As much as I love the lake, I do kind of crave organized chaos. As much as I rebel against routines, schedules, planning, and all that stuff, I thrive on it, and it's one of those things I just had to admit. I don't like doing it, but it works. So you gotta give credit where credit is due. So with that said, we have a new monthly weight loss challenge that is probably going to be a good thought-provoking topic, because I struggle with this for the past 4.5 years. I struggle with it always. What am I kidding? But it is something that really stuck out like a sore thumb this summer. And that is, I want to live without regrets. So that means for the weight loss challenge for the month of August, I'm doing a no regrets challenge. And that means I am so good Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday comes along, I let up on the limits I put on myself, or the structure or the planning, I let up on that. And Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I undo all the work that I did great Monday through Thursday until like Friday at 5. So I hate waking up on Monday and having that regret of overdoing it on the weekend. Overeating, you know, doing this too much, doing that too much. Like, I hate that feeling. So one thing that was really obvious this summer was I let loose on the weekends, and I wake up with regret on Monday, and then I'm like, well, I gotta lose everything all over again, and that kicks it off, and you know, it's just this overall snowball effect. You know, now I'm mad in the morning, I'm trying to lose all the weight in one day, you know, and it's just like, it's not consistent. It's just, I know better. I know what's happening, and it's like, it's one of those things that where I have to like hit it at the source before it turns into the snowball. So I thought, I know a lot of people are like me. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you know, you let off. And you take away all the hard work that you did during the week. And in addition to that, maybe not just Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but in another example, like say you had a cheat meal or a treat day, or, you know, like a vacation, whatever that case may be. And once that's over and you're back to your reality, you have that regret from, you know, I shouldn't have had that bagel. I shouldn't have eaten French fries. I shouldn't have had the bread, you know, like that kind of thing. I want this challenge to be, I want to live every day without regret. I don't want to feel that way. I don't want to re-lose weight. And seems like, you know, the more that you embark on your weight loss journey, the more you can start to see where the problem is. It's like, this isn't my first rodeo. I've lost a lot of weight. I've gained a lot of weight. I've done this so many times, and it's so obvious now because I've been doing it for so long. And then when you ignore the problem for a while, it doesn't go away. So that's why it makes sense to tackle this. So I trust myself Monday through Friday at 5. Friday evening through Sunday night, I am going to put so much work in those 2.5 days. because that's where things spiral out of control, and that's where I'm failing. So, and that's part of the journey to be consistent includes the weekend, you know, and it's easier said than done. I am full on guilty of failing on the weekends, you know, or letting excuses, you know, get the better of me, or, you know, that kind of thing. So the point of this challenge is to, you know, if you know that you're good XYZ days, like for me, I know Monday through Friday, I'm just gonna do my thing. I am going to take planning, exercise, like all the things that I don't do on the weekend, I'm gonna be doing on the weekend so that I can live without the regret on Monday. Like, I don't want to have to take it all back. I want to just be, and it's like, all right, we lost, you know, a pound for the week. Let's continue through the weekend so that that pound is still off the scale by Monday morning when we have a new, fresh week. So I hope that makes sense. I know that you can make something like that apply to yourself and your own journey. That's what I'm doing. That's my hurdle right now. But if there's another day that you know you don't do well, or you could do better, pick that day and give your all to that day so that you can live without the regrets. And you're not and it's another part of the yo-yo cycle. You know, you do good, it's that you gain that same 5 pounds and lose it, the 5 pounds and lose it, and it's like, it's maddening. You know, I've probably lost 1,000 pounds, but I you know, after all the yo-yoing, you know, you don't have anything to show for it, right? So yeah, that is the plan for the month of August. So if that sounds good to you, totally tell me if you're in the comments. So let's talk about the plan for this month. Now, I had a lot of extras on vacation for the last, you know, 7 weeks or so. There were a lot of extras. There was a lot of alcohol. There was a lot of stuff I don't normally eat. You know, I let bread kind of sneak back in, you know, and justify it because I'm on vacation. So, and even if it was keto bread, like all of those things were a slippery slope. So my sweet tooth is ugly and mad right now. So for me, the best way to get that back in check is doing a high protein keto. With that said, I did not eat my protein macros probably in the last 2 months. This is probably the last time I hit that number. And surprisingly enough, when I'm not hitting my protein and I'm not getting my water in, my eating sucks. It's so freaking obvious at this point in my journey. It is so important for me to hit those protein macros and get the water in. So when it comes to being hydrated, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, Element. These are my go-to, my favorite electrolytes, especially because I'm going to be relying on these heavily for at least the next month while we are in triple-digit heat in Texas. It was 58 degrees when I left New Hampshire. It is 103 degrees here. So physical activity outside, you're just gonna get hot so fast. So my favorite thing about Element is they are a science-backed ratio of electrolytes. Each packet contains 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams potassium, 60 milligrams of magnesium, and I will put 1 pouch in my 40-ounce my water container. I will sip on that all day, and then I'll just fill it up with water for the rest of the day. But I love that they are sugar-free, they're gluten-free, there's no artificial flavors, colors, fillers, that kind of thing. Just a delicious tasting electrolyte. And I'll be doing a lot of sweating while I get reacclimated to this heat. And also because, you know, when you're doing keto, it's easy to get dehydrated quickly, especially in this heat. So these just come in clutch. This one is my husband's favorite flavor. It's the citrus, but I love the watermelon salt. But don't take my word for it. You can get this free sample pack with any order using my special link that you can use as many times as you want, but it's only available through me. So you can get this free sample pack with any purchase. So head on over to drinkelement.com/keto rewind. That's drinklmnt.com/keto rewind. Thanks, Element, for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back into the rest of the show. So when I find that I'm hitting my protein macros, I'm getting my water in, I'm not hungry, I'm not thinking about food, my moods are stabilized, you know, I feel good, you know, all of that jazz, it's so obvious. So although I had a great summer, and yes, I had extras, I'm actually looking forward to not having all those extras, you know, because I don't feel good that way. There's a reason why I aim to live low carb and keto and high protein, because that works for me and it feels good. Now, when I let the standard American diet back into my diet, or I let up off my rules or my limits, that's when things go down fast, right? So I am looking, this is an easy thing to just hop right back on it and do a high protein keto. So I was thinking, instead of tracking everything and being really tedious, very limited processed, very minimal added sugars, you know, no keto sweeteners, just vegetables, meats, and healthy fats, you know, and then some cottage cheese in there too, and Greek yogurt. So, but the thing is, I feel so much better when I eat that way, so it makes sense. It's easy to do, it tastes great, it works, I feel better, and I really, in addition, I want my energy levels back. When I'm drinking alcohol, when I'm having breads, when I'm doing all those things that make me feel sluggish, well, you know, feeling sluggish gets old. Like, I like the energy levels that I have when I'm eating a high protein keto, you know, high protein, low carb. So that's one of the first reasons I'm like, I'm tired of being tired, you know? So getting the sleep in, you know, eating much better so I'm fueling my body. You know, I have a busy year coming up with my kids. My oldest daughter is doing competitive softball, competitive volleyball. My other daughter's doing just rec volleyball and softball. We have school, we have everything else in between. So it's just, I need my energy to be able to keep up with all that crazy schedule I have coming. So I am going to weigh myself tomorrow. I'm going to take pictures, you know, that kind of thing. And at the end of the month, I'll probably do an update. But for right now, I'm keeping it very basic, straightforward, no frills approach, just a high protein keto, getting that sleep in, keeping hydrated, and avoiding all processed foods, and just taking it from there. So my kids go back to school this week. We meet the teacher tonight, or teachers. So I am gonna have so much time left to invest in myself. So that is something I'm also looking forward to. So I'll be able to film my yummy dinners and recipes and all that stuff. So things will be back to normal. And yeah, I didn't realize how much I was gonna crave the organized chaos as much as I do, but I really do. I'm looking forward to it. So with that said, that is the video for me. I'll see you at the next one. I'm Jess, you're watching Keto Rewind. Don't forget, use this link down below and get yourself a free sample pack. Bye-bye!